YouTube, I think a lot of you guys are probably wondering, Matt, how do you feel about that loss versus the Ravens? What are your thoughts on the game? And I really don't have a whole lot to say because it wasn't like the best thing ever. It wasn't the worst thing ever. It was just a loss. We had two turnovers on offense, both of them being fumbles. Baker Mayfield, he played actually an average game. I know you're going to want him to play better, but I wasn't really mad at him. He had a fumble, but it's better than throwing these blind read picks. You call hike, you throw the ball, you're seeing ghosts. I think that he threw the ball pretty good. He had about like one or two bad throws, but again, he's dealing with some issues in his ankle, in his left shoulder. If you miss one or two throws, I'm not that mad at it. Like, I know that you see, Tom Brady make some throws and other people make some throws. And it's like, yeah, but that's Tom Brady. That's Patrick Mahomes. I think Josh Allen is of that caliber too. Josh Allen, Aaron Rodgers, all these quarterbacks. Baker Mayfield is not a tier one quarterback. He's literally not going to be some superstar that's literally going to be paid 40 or 50 mil a year. People are comparing him to these superstar quarterbacks when in reality, I think, to win a Super Bowl, you really just need a good quarterback or an above average quarterback and a great team to cast him, a great team around the quarterback. And the Browns have that formula. It's just right now we're not putting the pieces together. And we're not going to sit around here and make an excuse. It's a long season. Well, that worked maybe 2, 3 weeks ago. Right now it's week 12. And we're literally, I think, 2/3 exactly ish done with the season. We only have 6 weeks left. The Browns have a bye week, so we have 5 games left, and we're 6-6. Now, let's flip the script. So I'm pretty much saying we're not having the best year. I also want to say we're not having a bad year. Everyone in the media, okay, now Kareem Hunt's dad spoke out. First of all, it was Odell's dad. Now it's Kareem Hunt's dad that is critiquing Baker Mayfield. Here's what I have to say in response to that, okay? Even though I'm just a small kid here, in a college, I know nothing, right? But let me just say my input to this, right? People are calling out Baker Mayfield when in reality we're a 6-6 ball club, which is really 500. Everyone is acting like this team is just trash. When you think of a trash team, we're gonna think of Lions, just because they have no wins. The Browns, who went 0-16 4 or 5 years ago. I would say another trash team is probably the Jaguars. Even though the Jaguars beat the Bills, let's be honest here, that was probably a 1 in 1,000 odds. It was very low odds for that to happen. And if it's a miracle to win, you know your team's pretty bad. Those are really the trash teams. People are literally acting like just right now, the Ravens had the number one seed in the AFC by definition. Are they the best team in the AFC? No. But do they have the one seed? Yes. The Browns lost by 6 points on the road. Our defense got 4 turnovers. Let's not forget Lamar Jackson. 160 pass yards, 4 interceptions. He got a touchdown, but it was literally a miracle play. He called hike, he ran around. Yes, it is skillful. It is skillful. But let's be honest here. Is that going to work more times than not? No, it's not. Russell Wilson did it in the NFC Championship back in 2015. It was either 15 or 14. I think it was 15. He called hike. He ran around. He went all the way back to his right, threw a prayer, and then it was answered for a 2-point conversion by Marshawn Lynch. At the end of the day, you call hike, you run around, you throw it up, it's caught by Andrews. Congrats. It's a touchdown, But it's like you still threw 4 picks. And it's like, I feel like Lamar Jackson, at the end of the day, the Browns lost. They lost to it. The Ravens were overall the better team yesterday, even though they looked pretty sloppy. The Browns just didn't look great. I'm not gonna say trash. I think the Ravens on defense played probably one of the best games they could have played. They just they were great. I don't know what I'm supposed to say. Like, I feel like Marlon Humphreys is the top corner in the league. They have Oweh and Bowser getting that pressure. And let's not forget what Calais Campbell does and Brandon Williams right in the middle. And it's just like, I respect them. I respect the Ravens defense. I respect Pittsburgh's defense. They always have these great defenders. Troy Polamalu, that one linebacker, can't think of his name, James Harrison. We got Ed Reed. Like, they always had these great defenses, great coaches. The true problem with the Browns, really, the last so many years, it really is the office, GM, and the coaches. That's really what it is. And I feel like until we get a great coach, I think Stefanski is a good coach. He got Coach of the Year last year. I think he's a good coach. But he's not enough right now to get us over the top. And that's what matters. Yeah, we're 6-6. Yeah, we can still make the playoffs. But at the end of the day, I'm not really mad at the Browns. We lost by 6. It was a fun game. I'm a fan. You're supposed to have fun and watch the game. It's not life and death if you lose. People act like if you lose, our life's over. We should give up. We should just quit our jobs and go to bed. That's not what it is. You're 6 now. Okay, if you're a Lions fan, you might want to maybe give up for this year. True story for anyone that's new to the channel. When the Browns went 0-16, I was still there every week cheering them on. So I never gave up on my team. But I will say, if you had to give up on your team, the only excuse really could be an 0-16 team. Because when you're an 0-16 team, you just know that your roster sucks. And you just know you just have like no chance to win these games. Like, the Lions roster, they just have nobody. Like, they have Sewell, they have Hawkinson, and they have Swift. I love that Agzalone guy, that linebacker for them. Trey Flowers is good, but he's hurt. Who else do they have? Like, when you have a roster like that, like, you really just can't compete. I'm a huge fan of that coach, by the way. Now, I'm not sure what his name is, but he's really fucking cool. I think he keeps them in a lot of close games for the Lions. I think the Lions found a really good coach. But overall, the whole point of the story is, like, Baker Mayfield, 18 for 37. That definitely is not good. But like I said, the Ravens defense just played phenomenal. Baker Mayfield's not out here seeing ghosts. He's not out here making blind reads. The run game couldn't even develop. And we're the number one run team in the league. I just have to give it to Baltimore. They won by 6 points. It was a close game. And we have a bye week. We play them again. If they win, they sweep us. They're going to go on. They should make the playoffs anyway. They're 8-3. I don't see why they wouldn't make the playoffs. The Browns, if we win and we go 7-6, well, we're back in the wild card. We are back in the wild card contention. But if we go out there and we lose, well, then the season's pretty much over unless we win out and we beat the Packers, Raiders, Steelers, Bengals, which is possible, but it's not really likely. So if we lose both of these Ravens game, yeah, our season probably is over. But at the end of the day, if we lose by 3 or lose by 6, I'm not mad about it. Like, it's sad we lost, but we can't expect to win all these games. Everyone, and this is coming from a true diehard Browns fan, like, I can see us blowing a World Series for the Indians 3-1, I can see, maybe the Atlanta Falcons fans being mad at the Super Bowl 28-3. But am I really mad at the Browns? Not really. The Ravens just played great. Justin Tucker made all 3 of his field goals. The Browns fumbled twice. We just didn't execute. I'm not going to go out there and say, get better, Baker. I'm not going to say, get better for Jarvis Landry for fumbling the ball. Literally, what it comes down to is, when we play them in 2 weeks, let's just look at the film and let's execute better. And the Ravens, they're going to do the same thing. The Ravens are going to look at the film. They're going to say, we threw 4 picks. What did we do wrong? And let's fix it. And what it comes down to is, from these 2 teams, we'll see who prevails. Browns are home, and we'll see what happens. And to finish off the video in the last 2 minutes here, I know a lot of people are going to ask, again, more, Matt, how do you feel about Baker Mayfield, the whole Baker drama? Here's what comes down to at the end of the day. Baker Mayfield is still a competing quarterback, I think. People are going to, and again, I'm not happy. I'm sad. But I'm not really mad at him. Baker Mayfield is doing his best. The team's doing their best. We have Kareem Hunt and Chubb healthy. Yeah, we lost Jack Conklin. But look, look at the defense. Look at JOK, what he did. I told you guys that guy would help versus Lamar Jackson. I told you guys. Jadeveon Clowney would come up and he will show that, maybe he's not worth, all the hype that he was, but he is still a good athlete. Maybe not Myles Garrett level, but he's still a good pressure D-end, and a good tackler. Look at Grant Delpit getting his first pick. John Johnson, Greg Newsome, lockdown coverage. That's the problem with fan bases nowadays. Everyone wants to win, win, win. Spoiler alert, you're not going to win the Super Bowl every year. So the Browns' future is still so bright. As long as Baker Mayfield can keep getting better and better each week. If he goes versus the Ravens and he lays an egg at home, fine. Maybe he has to go. But if he bounces back, we're still 6-6. You're going to have good games, you're going to have bad games. It's just what it is. Baker dotted up versus the Bengals, and you can't say the Bengals are a trash team because the Bengals beat the Ravens and the Steelers twice. So everyone's going to have good games and they're going to have bad games. And at the end of the day, if Baker Mayfield comes back and plays some good games coming up, good for you, Baker. I'm proud of you, man. You're showing that you're able to be on this team, lead a team, and we got to just go from there, man. I mean, that's really all it is. We're just trying to get better each week, and it's a team effort. And I think overall, the goal, year in, year out, it's to get better. And I think the Browns' defense got better this year. I think the Browns' offense definitely doesn't look that great. But at the end of the day, I feel like there's still room for improvement. And, you got to take what you get. Every team is going to have ups, and every team is going to have downs. And right now, our defense is good, and I think our offense is underperforming for the stars we have. So we have to look at the film. We have to do things that are better. And I'm not, an NFL player or a coach, but hopefully they know what to look at in the film, and hopefully they know, what can we do to get better. And that's what it is. Everyone just acts like, oh, you lose, fuck you. Like, that's not what it is. So, I don't know, man. Like, it's just, it is what it is. The NFL is a very, like I said, a win now, a win or lose league. even as head coaches, you feel like you have to win every year. If not, you're fired. But in reality, every single year, there's 31 losers and 1 winner. So at the end of the day, I mean, if we don't win it this year, we're going to be the same as 30 other teams, and we will lose, and there's only 1 winner. So I just feel like, everyone's saying, oh, Josh Allen, oh, Lamar Jackson. That's great. I want to see them win a Super Bowl or at least go to a Super Bowl, because you can keep doing all you want, regular season, regular season, regular season. But if they just go in the playoffs, now Josh Allen's good because Josh Allen did go to the AFC Championship. But Lamar Jackson, if you just lay an egg versus the Bills again in the playoffs, or if you are seeing ghosts, are you really worth $40 million per year? Now, Baker Mayfield, he's probably not going to get that much money because obviously he's not doing that great right now. Baker Mayfield, I would rather have Baker for 25 mil than Lamar Jackson for 40 or 45 mil. When you have a quarterback that's that much, you can't have enough around him. So at the end of the day, Lamar Jackson, if he keeps choking in the playoffs, I just don't like having a quarterback that gets paid that much just to choke in the playoffs every year. Because again, what did I just say 2 minutes ago? It's a win or a lose league. So if you don't win, you're a loser. There's 1 winner and there's 31 losers for teams. So if Lamar Jackson never wins it, you're a loser. I'm not saying that you're a loser like you're a loser. I'm saying that you lost. You didn't win, you lost. So you are a loser in not win the Super Bowl. So Lamar Jackson, everyone loves him. He's great. Where's his pressure? Like, everyone always gives so much pressure for Baker. Baker's not winning. Oh, he sucks. Well, Lamar Jackson, I know he's going to the playoffs. I know he's a good quarterback. He's really great for a running quarterback. Not going to say he's a good thrower. He goes to the playoffs the first 3 years of his career. This is now his 4th year. He should be in the playoffs again. His first 4 years in the playoffs. I get it. He makes the playoffs. That's great. I love that he gives his team playoff football. But if you're going to go there, because his first 2 years, he laid an egg. Last year versus the Bills, he literally laid an egg. And this year, if he somehow has a horrible playoff again, that's the problem. Lamar Jackson, yeah, he might be a good quarterback. That's great. Make the playoffs. But if you keep making the playoffs 4, 5, 6, up to 7 years in a row, and you just keep sucking in the playoffs, is that really any better? That's what I'm trying to say right now. Everyone always gives so much shit to Baker Mayfield or other quarterbacks, when really some of these upper level quarterbacks like Lamar Jackson, these so-called elite quarterbacks, which he is playing elite in some games, versus the Chiefs. What a game. But then versus the Lions last night. But he gets no shit. But then Baker Mayfield, he has some bad games. Oh, exactly. Last year, Baker Mayfield goes to the division round of the playoffs. Exactly. Everyone just expects you to win. If not, you suck. And that's why I love the NFL. I don't like the critics. I don't like the media. If you don't win, fuck you. And like, we lost by 6. It was a team loss. I'm not going to blame Baker Mayfield. I'm going to blame the team. It's a team loss. And that's how I feel about it. And if you have your own opinion, great. Everyone has their own opinions. That's what it is. We are entitled to our own opinions. And I just think overall, I just hope that you guys agree with me. If you're a Browns fan, I hope you agree with me. And if you are so definitive on moving on from Baker Mayfield, that's okay. It's your opinion. I just think you have to trust your quarterback at the end of the day, and we can't make that verdict yet. Bye, guys. Take care.